Hello again, Guardians, and welcome back to the channel for another Destiny episode. Now, before we begin, I have a very important announcement in relation to the 1,000 Silver giveaway that I do every week. So, as of yesterday, I started moving into a new apartment, so therefore, I'm going to hold off on last week's 1,000 Silver giveaway, and I'm actually going to announce it and this week's 1,000 Silver giveaway next Tuesday. So, make sure to watch out because there will be two winners for next week's announcement, and then I'll actually start a 1,000 Silver giveaway that week as well. So every single week we do a 1,000 Silver giveaway on the channel, and I just wanted you guys to know that I didn't announce it this week due to the fact that I'm moving and I'll be losing the internet very soon. And with losing the internet, I won't actually be able to communicate with you guys as often, which is also going to kind of hinder me from giving out the $10 worth of PSN or Xbox to the person that messages me back on time. So, yeah, we're going to be doing that a little differently. Now, in this video, it's actually going to be a podcast. You're just going to watch scenery of Destiny in the background, and me, Maxime, and Fetus Status are going to be talking with each other. So, welcome Maxime and Fetus Status to the podcast. I hope you all enjoy what we have to talk about, because a lot of the stuff that we talk about in this video is quite important to the ideas of the community inside of Destiny, and also what Bungie expects to actually see in the feelings behind the people that play their game. So, enjoy. I had a really good video yesterday about talking about how part of the Destiny community is losing trust in Bungie because
I watched that.
Okay, every weapon that we like, everything that we like.
It's like I agree with that, but at the same time I don't.
There's some things that are legit. Like, there's actual things that make sense, but then there's some things that don't make sense. Like, No Land Beyond is a really difficult sniper rifle to use, and they're planning on nerfing it.
Which pisses me off, because
people are using it now.
Because they took special out.
What do you expect? What's gonna happen is that they're gonna just nerf everything to the ground, where then it's not fun anymore.
Yeah. That's why I stopped. I haven't touched Crucible in like a week. I've been wanting to do trials every weekend, but I'm like, there's no point because I know what's going to happen. I know what I'm going to run into, and I just don't want to deal with it.
So, and then plus, like, now, like, people have been using No Land Beyond for years now, and now all of a sudden, because they changed everything, now it's too much. I don't understand. Like,
yeah, it rose to a high number of people using it very often, and people have been talking about it, and now Bungie's like, we've noticed an increase in No Land, and we want to nerf it into the ground like ordinary sniper rifles, so we're going to put flinch on it.
So then, like, what are they gonna? What if they get rid of Invective and then Icebreaker too? Like, are they gonna nerf those
That's
too?
the problem. It's like, that's the thing that where I stand on it is, I don't have a problem with Bungie fixing things. The thing that I have a problem with is Bungie doing stuff like, truthfully, the No Land pisses me off because it's like, that is not an easy gun to master. Speaking strictly from Jared's point of view, from Yield Shopkeep, like, I have watched him fuck people with that gun, and you don't see it very often. And it's like, between him and the Cryptarch, it's like, those are two very skilled hands at that gun, and it's like, you can't nerf it just because everybody's using it now. Like, people are going to adapt and people are going to complain, yes, but I don't know. Truthfully, they fucked up when they decided to take special ammo out when you died, which is why everybody's using stuff like No Land or Invective or Icebreaker. But, I mean, from the Fun Police point of view, like, he proved that just because you take special away doesn't mean we're not going to use our special, which is, I think, the whole point of what they were trying to do. I just think they didn't reiterate it super well, personally.
Well, the thing is like, now they're making a weapon that takes a good chunk of time to do good at, and they're making it not worth it. to
Yeah.
put the time into.
Right, which is like the biggest thing because it's like I want to use No Land forever. I just like the way that it feels. I remember the first time I fired it after I first got it because it was the before Icebreaker came out. It was the last exotic that I needed.
Oh, that's why I'm using it in the strikes. That's all I'm using right now.
Okay, so Chuck brought a valid point. He says they need balance, quote unquote, as opposed to making everything equally weak or not feel exotic, which is, yeah, that's exactly how I think it should feel. Because they even said in the fucking, in the update, that was a bad headshot. That was a terrible headshot. They even said in the, I want to say it was this week at Bungie. Maybe it was this one or the last one, but they were like, we don't want to take the exoticness away from these weapons. And it's like, that's exactly what you're doing, though.
Right, because No Land is exotic.
And its whole purpose is to not flinch.
Right.
What you need to do is kind of... sorry.
It's fine. Oh, okay, so quickly, it's really mainly this. Bungie is not nerfing things because of whether it's good or bad. They're nerfing things on popularity, and that's the wrong way to go about things.
Like,
yeah.
they have to do something. I've been super into Overwatch, and that's why I haven't been playing this. What they need to do is they need to make it how Overwatch does it. Overwatch has all these characters that are good at something. So like we can look at the exotics as they're all good at something. And yes, they are annoying, but once you have characters or weapons that all do something well in a certain area, then they become balanced because of the fact that just because it's annoying doesn't mean it's not balanced. Or like so a no land will be better at sniping against, let's say, a scout, but Mida is going to be good at firing against a no land because it's faster.
Yeah,
Or
I would be okay with that.
Or like
I haven't touched my Mida in a month though.
And then a sidearm should be better at mid-range than shotgun is, but because people just make these speed builds, like the sidearms are just being destroyed. So that's why they got rid of the special, and then that's why you see more sidearms happening now.
Sidearms.
But I don't know.
And now they're nerfing sidearms.
Like
Chuck who? Hunter or fetus status? Because once you say, I'll read the comment that he said.
I mean, they're nerfing sidearms now. They're removing the ability for them to hold on to special weapon ammunition when you die.
Yeah, you still have the reserve ammo, but past that, it's nothing.
I mean, that's fine. That's understandable.
Yeah.
Well, like what the big perk of sidearms is you kept it no matter what.
Yeah, and like that's the thing. That's why I was super puzzled.
Yeah. Or like in trials, I mean, like if you spawned in and you didn't have special, you can always switch to a sidearm and then you'll have special. Like in the sense of like in the middle of rounds.
Right. So Booyah Chuck says
yes, there needs to be a count. There needs to be an available counter to each weapon and the weapon type. Exactly.
Yes, and the other comment was people need to be able to choose from every weapon available in the game, otherwise you're stuck with a gross meta, which is what I agree with. I fully fucking agree with that, because if you don't, the thing is, it's like, you tell us that we have, we'll say there's 70 weapons in the game in total. We have 70 different choices, but you're giving us 25. Like, there's no balance between anything. It just...
Not just that, but like when it comes to weapon choice, you need to know what is good against it and what is not good against it.
Right.
It's so like because I was just thinking like maybe an argument they can say is like, what am I expected to hold like 9 different weapons to counter these different people? And it's no, because in a good team comp, let's talk about Overwatch in a way. In a good team comp, different people would have different weapons that can do different
Right.
things to trump the other people.
Right.
Or I mean, hell, if and then if you need to get a skilled hand, like okay, Widowmaker in Overwatch is one of the like people make fun of that character a lot because people click on it and then they're horrible with it. But if
Mm-hmm.
you are a good Widowmaker, that
Oh
is
my god, I've
phenomenal.
faced off against good Widowmakers and it's horrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Widowmaker
like
is
what are
terrifying.
so like what are they gonna nerf Widowmaker because someone put the time in to have a skilled hand with her? No, because she's balanced. You put enough time into it, and you have to just do something else about it. Like with trials per se, if they have a no land, why don't you just team up on them? Because no land has a very slow in between shots, even if you do the glitch.
Yeah.
Uh, and
Oh
you just
shit.
need to get up on them. It's a sniper. You just need to get up in their face. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I totally. Ooh, scheme of luck in the chamber and garbage. Underdog. That's not bad. That's the thing is, it's like that's how I feel when everybody like. I know you joke about it, but I mean there are serious people who are like, fuck me, she's a terrible fucking character, and it's like I'm decent with her for a reason. She's an asshole of a character, but if you put the time and the effort into May and you learn how to work her abilities, you're a god. Like people hate you for a reason. I'm just
But
saying. But
yeah,
it's the
but that's
same
how it
thing
is
like
with
with Ana.
That's how it is with
Like
anybody. I mean, a
you
lot of people make fun when I pick Symmetra, but I've had a lot of kills with Symmetra in a lot of the games
yeah,
that I've done.
like in the
right.
sense of Overwatch to Destiny as well, like if you put your time into something in an Overwatch character, no matter how underrated they will be, you can be really good with them and stuff like that. And it should be the same with Destiny. But like
Yeah.
you said, they give us 70 choices, but we can only use 25
Yeah.
because of how much they nerf everything else. Why don't I just why don't you make uh the hand cannons into the sharpshooters is supposed to be, yes, with fallout damage, but that's because fallout damage should be not in the sense of like it shouldn't be shooting like a scout rifle, but maybe like a pulse rifle. But you
Mm-hmm.
have to place your shots, and then you're really good with it. A pulse rifle, you know, yes, get rid of. I understand things like getting rid of like bringing down high caliber rounds because then
Mm,
that isn't too balanced because all you're doing is disrupting your other opponent from doing as good as they should be.
right.
Uh, like you can do that in Overwatch because there's 6 people all the time and you're talking and blah blah blah. I mean, technically you should be with Destiny as well, but that's just not how the game works. You're not
Right.
trying to capture one set objective. So you can have Sombra, but you can't have that in like a quote unquote sci-fi Call of Duty game.
Right. It's gonna be. I feel like talking about like the patch and just like anything involving like Crucible or weapons balancing in general is a super sensitive subject because there's like there is no denying it. This community is split like into 40 different cliques and it drives me fucking nuts because there's no reason for that. Like I, as a year 2 Taken King player, have gotten more shit for being a year 2 Taken King player than I have for the amount of work and effort that I've put into this game, especially my Grimoire score. Like I have put wasteless and countless hours of my life into this game, and the amount of shit that I get for being a non-beta player blows my mind.
Well,
It really
And
does because I see
that's
no point for it.
and
I mean, just
that's
don't be a scrub.
God damn it.
walked into it.
Ryan, shut
Okay.
up.
So, and that's basically what needs to be done is they would need to take all those groups of people and try to find a meta that's balanced and actually balanced, not something being overpowered and Not, oh, well, we're going to take away this and now this is overpowered and that becomes popular and then we nerf it. No, you've got to actually figure out what is a balance and then balance everything out so it doesn't have to really, have an issue where, like, if somebody is using a sidearm or sniper rifle, people can still, counter it and use whatever they want.
Yeah.
The perfect
And-
meta is
Yeah.
being able to use anything you want. Like, I could go in and play Reaper, but then all of a sudden, hey, look, I'm playing Diva because everything's balanced, and if you learn how to operate it, you're fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
And
go ahead.
and then the thing with that is that no matter what, there's just the unfortunate fact that there's always going to be something that's a little bit more powerful, and then you do
Mhm.
something from there. But right now we're at I just like the analogy you did where it was like we have 70 different choices, but we can only use 25. We need
Right.
to first off we need to get back to the 70 different choices, and then once we're able to get those 70 different choices, then we have to worry about what is a little bit more powerful than the next.
Right.
And our
It's-
special abilities are the exotics, so make them special, not something that's going to be weak.
I'm sitting here thinking about this. Doing classic stuff and putting into. You're fine, Chuck. I've been like now just thinking about this. Like, do I think they made the right move with what they did with Special, where you lose it after you die in Crucible? Truthfully, no. No, I don't. You know why? Because people are still going to use their shotguns. People are still going to use sidearms. People are still going to use snipers. There's no avoiding it. But it's like, I was not tired of getting Matadored because it was a shotgun. I was getting tired of shotguns, period, because that's all I was seeing. I don't think they should have taken special ammo out. I think they should have revamped it in the sense of you could, because I've gotten up to, what do I carry in my chaperone? If I'm full on special in my using my chaperone before the patch came through, I held up to 15 rounds. That should not be okay. Your shotgun should not be your clutch. Your shotgun should be your clutch, not your crutch. But they should have revamped it so special only spawns in every, because now it's what, every 45 seconds?
60 seconds.
60? Truthfully, they should have put it to 90 and cut down the amount of special that you can carry. Because, like, an example for a weapon that only refills its ammo is Icebreaker. I can still only carry up to 6 rounds, no matter what I'm in, PvE or PvP. They should have done something different in the sense of special takes longer to spawn in, and you don't keep as much, because that was one of the biggest conversations. The biggest conversation piece that came through was, well, what do you do for the people who are, gods and don't die? Somebody like True Vanguard, who knows how to manage his special and knows how to, evade death, basically. It's like, what do you do about those people? Because they're still going to come around a corner and ape you. And it's like, yeah, sure, but there's nothing you can avoid that with unless you do something about the special ammo itself. I don't think it was the gun. I don't think shotguns in general deserved that paragraph of a nerf that they got, but it's not, I don't know if I'm the only one that feels the way about this, but I probably am because I'm weird.
Something else to add to that really quick is the special. Yeah, I completely agree that they need to nerf down the amount that we can carry and keep it the way it was. But on top of that, they need to figure out a way to separate PvE and PvP, because that's where a lot of players get upset, is because we get all these nerfs in Crucible because it's Crucible and it's PvP, it's player versus player, so it has to be leveled out a bit. But then you're also taking away from the people that don't go into PvP and they're strictly just nightfalls, raids, strikes, weekly events, those kind of things. And that really affects the community.
Yeah, a nice way of you'd be able to do it is like have the full powered gun in PvE, but then once you get into PvP, it'll say you got these debuffs, as in you can't hold this much and you can't hold this much. Like that'd be a cool way of doing it, and then showing that it is different.
Right. It's like Lord Shaxx handing you an item and saying, hey, you're entering the Crucible, you can't do this certain thing. There you go. You've got nerfs on your weapons now.
That would be cool.
It's better than taking away from the PvP and PvE community, because the PvE community, they get all these weapons from doing the raids and stuff, and they were designed to beat the raid, and or designed to do certain events in the game.
Crucible too.
Yeah. And if they're godly in Crucible, then you can give them a little nerf and make it equivalent to the rest of the game for player versus player, but don't take away from the fact that it was supposed to be godly in PvE events, because that's what it was designed for.
Yeah, like, oh, fuck, what is it? Genesis Chain? Fucking godly in Crucible now because of the patch.
Yep.
Oh my god. It's nuts. Okay, we have to do a couple more missions. I can't do that one yet.
Another good one, another really good one was, like an idea was people that were using the few people that use Touch of Malice and Bubble inside of Crucible. There was very few people that decided to do that, and it was a challenged sort of thing, but some people got really good at it. And if they got headshots, they could kill you, like, instantly. And then they nerfed it into PvE to make the raid a little bit, you know, less broken. But then again, that still transferred over into PvP when there was a few people that enjoyed using it. So, I mean, it is...
I was one of those people. I remember we...
I feel like they got rid of that because they didn't want them to exploit that in the new raid, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, though, is we have to separate the PvE and the PvP stuff. If they want to nerf it in PvE, cool, there's a PvE nerf, but don't nerf it in PvP when there's actually people that are good with it and they decide, hey, I think it's a good idea to try this.
Right. Yeah. Here's the thing, like, when it comes to the difference between, like, PvE and PvP balancing, it goes back to the same thing of, we have 70 weapons, but you're only giving us 25 options. And it's also a matter of, when it comes to especially something like Touch of Malice, it comes back to the matter of, like, those people that were using it put a lot of time and effort into it for a reason. It's a good gun. But it's, I don't know, it's a nightmare, truthfully. Because the thing is they're like, well, we're making it better. And it's like, not really. Everybody is kind of suffering from this. Because there are strictly people who do PvE and strictly PvPers. Like, there's no...
PP.
Everybody suffers, and there's no balance between anything anymore, is what it feels like. Which sucks. Yeah. It blows.
I mean, hopefully the new engine coming into Destiny 2, this is a really good statement to make, is hopefully the engine allows them to do a blanket buff on Crucible if they need to, or do a patch buff or a nerf, because patch and blanket nerfs and buffs are important, and also being able to separate it from PvP and PvE, because with that ability you don't have to worry about it anymore.
That's fine.
Alright, Dad.
Hey, Dad. Okay, let's just fucking go into the vault.
Dad!
What?
Oh my god.
Daddy!
Stop.
Dad?
Ryan,
is that really Ryan?
Dad!
Oh my god, I
God.
need you.
What
Okay,
do you fucking sound
I need you. Okay, I need you for a voice line later, Ryan, for the machinima.
Okay.
Just saying. I need you to just I need you to yell in excitement, thank you, because we have a sleep around.
Thank you!
Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Satan, help me.
Oh my god, Daddy, thank you! Thank you for this gift of your penis.
Jesus
Okay.
fucking Christ. Stop it. Stop it.
Give me your frosting of love!
Let's go.
Stop.
Okay, let's go back into our Jesus. Let's go back to our debate. So I think they should return Vex Mythoclast back to its OP state.
Dude, I would
Right,
love
we
to
should-
play with Vex Mythic class when it was actually good, but I'm a noob and didn't start until Taken King, so fuck me.
You're right. We should totally refer to come as frosting now.
What is with you?
Or love frosting.
Love
You
frosting.
got problems.
Oh my god, I'm done with you.
You've heard it here, folks. You've heard it here.
No, they haven't heard shit here. Don't tell them that.
Love frosting.
God damn it. Ugh.
You're pretty sure that's gonna be the it's gonna be the title of the podcast.
Oh god.
It's happening. It's happening.
If you title it
Fucking-
on your channel as love frosting, I will share it on my channel.
Okay. Okay.
In other words, do it.
I was gonna do it, so it's alright. But I think that's basically it for, nerfs and buffs. I'm really interested with the whole nerfing Scory all of a sudden.
Dude, I am so excited for that. Oh my god.
I
What do
mean-
you mean all of a sudden? Dude, that should have been touched in general.
I know. I
Truthfully.
was surprised that it wasn't touched in the hotfix, but now all of a sudden they're gonna nerf no land. They're gonna nerf the sidearms, and they're gonna
See, but here's the thing
fix
with
certain
scores. I don't
things.
think they're nerfing it. I think they're doing it the way that it should have been done in the first place. Because
Yeah.
having something to charge your super, yes, that's great, and that's a really good fucking idea, especially when it comes to, PvE. But I don't think they entirely thought it through.
Oh, they
when
definitely
they were
didn't think
like-
it through.
We're gonna make these artifacts representing the Iron Lords, which is my favorite aspect of Rise of Iron, by the way. But they didn't think it through on how it was gonna be used in other places. Huh.
One more thing.
Jesus Christ.
Another subject revolving around artifacts and whether they need to be nerfed or not. The artifact that allows you to take a minion of the darkness and turn it into your own minion for meleeing it. That's only supposed to that's only supposed to activate one minion, correct?
No.
I mean, after the guy dies, I think you can get a new one.
How
No one uses
I've
it,
had
but
it activate 2 before, but
No one uses
I mean, it was very split.
how many is the max? Because I've had Adi do 8 people at once. And that included
Squeak.
but not limited to 2
Hey,
servitors,
Kieran.
2 minotaurs, and a crap load of normal Vex. It was
You notice how he
disgusting.
sounds like a salesman? This includes, but it's not limited to. Oh god. Hey Kieran, what's
I
up?
think it needs to be.
while you're next to your servitor, you can get a new car today.
But wait, that's not all. You can get 2
There's
Vex
more.
Minotaurs if you
can get
purchase.
two Vex Minotaurs, and on the side you can get some love frosting.
Oh man.
Oh boy. We are gonna get fired.
But wait,
This is a good thing
if
we
you-
don't work for Bungie. We would get fired so fast.
but wait. If you melee Atheon in the face, you can kill Axis in one shot.
Fucking if only I'm gonna die.
Right.
Oh, so close.
Oh
Just
my.
Crucible. Yeah, I haven't touched Crucible yet. I'm on my Hunter. We're leveling her up. I forget this isn't Vogue, so I don't have to be quiet. We're leveling her up, and then we're gonna do some Nightfalls. Holy fuck.
I bet you played Vogue in year 2, Scrub.
Fuck you, Ryan.
Wow. Well, we know that player base separation now.
Yeah, thanks for
I don't
fucking
care.
putting that in the air, you dickwad.
Get rid
Jesus
of all the love frosting we just formed.
Don't ever say that again.
I had to.
Never fucking.
I'll
again.
never do it again. I'll never do it again, but I had to for
Yeah,
once.
okay. Watch 30 seconds later, totally forgets, does it again.
I really wish we can still find caster baiting, because I cannot find it.
No, stop!
I can send you it.
You
Yes.
saved it?
I have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we can just go back into the.
You can go into the chat. God damn it.
Yeah, you can go to the chat and then save it.
Oh, it's not even.
my
It's
God.
not even chat. It's I have the video clip on my computer that I can just pull off as
My
well.
fucking god.
we're
Woo!
all doomed.
We were doomed when that fucking thing first got found.
Why
What are you
did you?
talking
How?
about?
I can't believe you found that.
I don't even want to know what you searched. Like,
I
You
only
just
searched.
looked up.
Ethan?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I searched. Oh
You're
yeah.
telling the
That's
truth because
it?
I did the same thing.
That's
yeah, I
it.
looked up the same thing and I found it, but now I can't find it.
Oh my god. We reported it so much it got taken down. Jared just spammed the report button, that's it.
Oh boy. Okay, everybody. So that's going to be the podcast for the day, and we basically just went over all the nerfs, the buffs, and what Bungie's thinking about with the hot fix that they just released, which was 2.5.0.2, if you were wondering, and the changes. And if anybody wasn't really paying attention to the Bungie updates and the weekly announcements and stuff, there were patches that were implemented into Destiny which changed the meta, changed the gameplay, and now if you're noticing that some of your weapons aren't working the way they used to, that's the reason. So give it up for Maxime and Fetus Status for stopping by on the channel to actually chat with me a little bit about their opinions. They are part of the Destiny community. They've been playing the game for quite a bit now, and alongside me playing the game for 3 years, we just really wanted to come together and talk about our ideas as the people that play the game often. What are our thoughts and opinions on it in relation to what other people are going to be thinking and how other people feel, especially since a PvP aspect of the game is way different than the PvE aspect, and going into a raid or going into trials is two totally separate things. And if you're doing a blanket nerf on a bunch of weapons and then you're going into PvE with that blanket nerf, the guns that you're using now are going to act a little bit different than what they did back in the old version of that raid. So, very different stuff and a really good approach of some topics that we really need to discuss. I hope all of you had a good time listening to our commentary. We tried to make it quite different than a normal podcast. We tried to throw in a couple jokes here and there about what we were doing, and we were playing Destiny while talking about this, so we were having a good time. But leave some comments down below on your ideas and concepts behind all of this stuff, and also, as always, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for future daily content, especially Destiny 2, and we'll see you, Guardians, in the next video.